decided this is the only day of the week, including the weekend, that I'm going to go be able to go down to the stores to collect a few things for me. So probably spent around $90 and I picked up my mail. I knew that there would be quite a few items, but they're small, so they'll got 5 items. And then I'm walking back. Oh, and I picked myself up a raspberry cheesecake, and it was pretty delicious. Like, sometimes cheesecakes make me a little nervous because, like tiramisu, sometimes it can give me like a stomach ache or something, but it was just delicious. It was like a very well baked cheesecake, and it was really light, and the raspberry was just what I felt like. I don't know if I'm like creamy stuff without the fruits, but sometimes I do pick up a mousse tart or whatever it is. I was choosing between that, the cheesecake, and a custard tart. And I was like, you know what? I know I don't normally eat cheesecakes, but that looks like a very nice cheesecake with the raspberry on top, especially. If it was like chocolate or, something else, I might not have been encouraged. But with raspberry, I was like, yeah, I'll get one of those, and it was very nice. I ate it within 2 blocks, so it takes a little while to eat. It's not too messy. I think generally any kind of pasty or even custards, what is it called? Custard sliced. I think that's a lot more messy. I had no problem with it. It was just like a nice, neat eat. And it tasted really nice. I like the raspberry on top. I like it when they have that jelly, passion fruit top too. I mean, that's a very nice flavor for a cheesecake. But this raspberry one was nice and sweet and fruity. It's like sweet without being heavy chocolate or cream or liqueur or coffee. What they don't have is like something Biscoff with Biscoff butter, like a little Biscoff pie or something, a cream and Biscoff pie, half cream, half Biscoff, and a small pie pastry. That would be delicious. Expensive to make, but delicious. And I'm just moving back. I'll be there soon. It's a hot day, but it's not too hot. It was a lot hotter when I was walking up and down with someone who was visiting, so this one's got a little bit of coolness. The air is a bit windy and it's a bit cool. It's still beach weather though. It's like if we had a beach, that would be the perfect beach weather. But at the chemist I noticed that there was some cream that I don't remember having used. It was like a dermal brand, and I was like, I haven't used that, I don't think. And if I have, I probably have used it. I sort of remember vaguely that it didn't surprise me that that kind of brand was available. So I think I have used it, and I mustn't have thought much of it. But anyway, it was like $20 at the chemist, and then I found it on the internet internet for $5 less and free shipping. So I was like, I bought it for 50 instead of $20, and I'll see if that helps anything, because I can't be too reliant on all the topical creams that you get from the doctor, because you can't go often to the doctors. It has to be once in a while, otherwise they're like, you're going too often. So I bought all these things. I think one of my packages was like a bath salt. So on the right day, probably hardly ever, but on the right day I could have a bath and it might be okay. But I'm getting kind of active with searching for solutions, because for just in case reasons this year. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll get my act together, but I'm trying. But the good thing is I've currently got a job, and it means that I can't go out very often during a week, but I currently have a job, and for the next couple of weeks it's quite good hours, and then since I'm on my computer I get to multitask, and that keeps me busy. So I'm being quite productive once again. Things are going well, so the next few weeks things should be going okay. And then it'll be March, so March is when I can put myself up for another review on any goals and aims that I need. I want to take a holiday before winter, apparently, so I'll just review that when I'm closer to the end of March, I think. So that's what the sky's like. It's like really sunny and really blue. I went to get a camera this week, but then my phone started working, so I think it wasn't quite compatible with the cable that I was recharging it with or something. So I used the better cable that I stopped using because it's got a frayed end near the closest to the connector, and then I bought this week a wireless phone recharger. So you just plug, it's a USB connection, so you just plug it into any USB and you just put your phone on top of it, and then that should recharge it. So to erase all these complications with particular cables, I thought that was a good choice, and that was before I realized that my phone was working. So I did want to get like a new phone. I spent a day and a half trying to decide what kind of phone I wanted. Idealistically, I should go for the cheapest one, which is an upgrade from this one, because this was bought on a $1 plan, and so that would have gone up to a $20 plan. So that's an improved phone. But I also wanted the ones with the super zoom, so that's like the cheapest one was $65 a month, and then the next cheapest one is $70, and the next cheapest one was $80. And that was after realizing that I wasn't really that keen on the Google One, which has 3 screens on it. It's like you open it like a book. That was the one I kind of wanted originally, because then I was like, I can multitask on 2 screens. But then I realised I don't necessarily need that kind of screen for a phone. So then I was like looking at the ones with the really good cameras and thinking I could use a camera like that. But then I realised travelling sucks and people steal things that are expensive. So I'm probably best just keeping this one that I've paid off ages ago, like 2 years ago, and getting a more expensive one when I'm not travelling as opposed to when I am travelling.